Good evening, Zamrez. Zamrez, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with the class. You remember what did we do in the last class?
Transportation only.
We are done with the plant transportation, right?
Yeah.
Are you sitting with pen,
I
copy,
don't really
everything?
remember.
You don't remember. Then who should remember, Zamrez?
Check, mom, I get my notebook.
Yeah, please get your notebook, copy, pencil, everything.
Thank you. Yes.
Done? Can we start?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what I remember is we did the plan, we completed plant transportation. Can you quickly see whether it is right or not?
Um,
Are we done with xylem, phloem, transportation of xylem through xylem by,
not that.
sorry?
I got the wrong notebook. That's why.
Which chapter is going on in your school?
Yeah, we did finish land transportation.
We did finish, right? And which chapter is going on in your school?
Keeping a fetus healthy.
Sorry?
Keeping a fetus healthy.
Okay, it is which chapter? Chapter number?
Happy number?
Yeah. Your school doesn't follow CBSE curriculum.
It does. I'm in a different block.
You're from which board?
Just see.
Okay, from IGCSE. Fine. So we'll start with transportation in plants and animals. Okay, we are done with plants, so we'll start with animals. So transportation in animals, the transportation system is called the circulatory system. Okay, in case of plants, it was called the vascular system, right? So in case of plants, their transportation system was called vascular system. You can please note it down. Just a second. Uh, yes. In case of plants, the transportation system is called the vascular system. Okay. And that consisted of, Zamrez, quickly tell me what does the vascular system consist of?
Subvacuole.
Sorry?
Subvacuole.
No. Vascular system consists of, there are two components of vascular system.
Xylem and phloem.
Very good. Xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Okay. Now, transportation. Now, animal transportation is done through a system called the circulatory system. Okay. There is another name of this circulatory system. It is also known as cardiovascular system. Okay. Note it down.
I'm not a
Done? Now,
yes.
now, what are the parts of the circulatory system? And what does circulatory system do? Okay. We'll quickly do it. So our circulatory system consists of a pumping organ or a pump, which is called the heart. Okay. It consists of a lot of pipelines. What are they together called?
Thanks.
Any idea? Artery, veins, capillaries. They're together called vesicles. Let it be. You don't have this word. Let us not complicate it. And what is the third
Blood.
thing that is have? It has a transporting.
Lungs.
It has lungs. You
Yeah,
are
man.
our
Get the
respiratory.
oxygen.
That is a part of our respiratory system.
Yeah, but aren't they connected? Without the respiratory system or
Yes, you are right.
circulatory,
Yes, you are very
without the
correct.
without the respiratory system, the circulatory system is nothing. But without the without the circulatory system, the respiratory system can do work
How
somehow.
will your lungs get the things to purify if your heart is not there? Heart gets everything through blood, right? Your lungs get everything through blood, right? Who will pump the blood to lungs? Heart. So all the systems are interconnected. Transportation fluid. Now they are of two types, Zamrez. One is called blood, another is called lymph. Have you heard of the word called lymph? Have you heard this word called lymph? Yes or no? At least tell me that.
No, 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 no.
No, no, no. Okay. So blood is a red fluid, lymph is a straw color fluid or a pale color fluid.
I was uh, I was thinking that you were about to say like blue fluid.
Blue fluid, who has blue fluid? Tell me. Since we have talked about blue, now you have to answer. Who has blue fluid?
Uh, I'll just show you, man. Uh,
Yeah, I know some of them do have blue fluid, but which animal does have it? Any idea? Blue blood. Who has it?
yeah, man, 1 second. I'll just
Google will anyways tell you, no, who has blue.
no, man, no, I'm not okay. I I I didn't even show you a whole system about it. Yes, yes, I'm just trying to find a pic. I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah, I'll allow. Show me.
Look at this, ma'am. It's blue fluid.
I cannot
It's
see
blue.
anything. Wait,
Look,
I
ma'am.
let. I
Look, ma'am.
cannot
It's blue
see.
fluid.
But I cannot see.
Yeah,
Wait.
now you can see it. Now you can see.
Now, wait. Let me
Look,
stop.
ma'am. It's blue
Arey,
fluid.
how can I look when I cannot see only? Share your screen
I
first.
already shared it.
Wait, I will stop sharing. Now you share your screen with me.
Look at this. All these are blue fluid.
Zamrez screen. Now you share,
Blue,
please.
blue
Yeah.
fluid.
What is this blue fluid? You know that? It's a myth actually.
Yeah, apparently, blood is actually blue, but when it bleeds, it looks red.
The blue
That's
blood is
it.
actually blue. Who told you that?
Yeah. But then when it bleeds, it comes out red.
You are
And
making
that
rainbow of your body. Blue blood, red blood. Your
is,
rainbow is running in your body or what?
uh, what animal has blue
Tell me which
blood?
animal has blue blood?
Crab, crab. Wait, what crabs have blood? Are they exoskeletons?
Mollusca. Octopus also have a blue blood. Few of them have
Octopus.
green blood also.
Blue blood. What blue blood is an idiom, meaning someone is noble or crab. How can you have a green?
How come they have blue blood? Tell me.
What? Uh, this looks like a smoothie, something which you can drink.
Now tell me why are they blue? That is a quite inquisitive part. Why are they
It's
blue?
because it's because they don't have much oxygen.
They have copper. They have
Yeah,
copper in their blood.
and what they wait, so then the blood vessels, the blood vessels, so the cells carry copper sulfate.
Copper sulfate. Yes, they have crystals of copper sulfate in their blood. Why is our blood red?
Because it has hemoglobin and
Very good.
iron.
Very good. Very good. Now, why do you think a few animals do have a green blood?
Because they have some green. Because they have vomit in.
No, they have zinc. They have salts of zinc in their body.
Wait, so is
Zinc.
this how we get salt?
No, please. Come on. I'm not going to kill an animal and get you a zinc salt. Your school is not that cruel. Okay, by the
That's
way,
how we
what
get.
is the color of a cockroach's blood?
Cockroaches have blood in them.
Yes, Zamrez. Yes.
Because all the cockroaches I've seen dead just lie back on their body.
And you have never smashed a cockroach ever with your chappal.
I mean, like, I just kick it, and I like to see just wobbling around, just trying to
Okay,
get
chalo.
back up.
Grasshopper. Tell me a color
I,
of the
I
blood of
might
a
never
grass.
kill a cockroach, ma'am. I just want to see, just like dance up and down, just to see it, like, trying to get back up on its feet.
They were doing backflips.
Yeah. Like, they struggle so much just to get back on their feet.
Yes,
It's good, like,
but the thing is, my question is, what is the color of their blood? You
green.
have done no, they are colorless.
Oh, no wonder why I was safe.
They are colorless. Also, let's get back to our topic, please. Or
Yes,
else,
man. That's
now moving
blood.
on. Now, what is
Okay.
lymph?
Ew,
Moving.
why is it what?
Zamrez, now get better. Now, please stop looking at
Okay, yeah.
internet, please.
I should not have searched that. There are images in my head which are good, yeah, disgustingly gross.
Naitik, no, Zamrez, I will break your head, huh? You focus here now.
I need to break my head and get the thing off.
Chalo. So transportation fluid are of two types, blood which is red in color and lymph which is either colorless. In some books it is written colorless and some books it is written that it is straw colored.
What's straw? What's straw color? What's straw? Right?
Color of a urine to be very specific. Okay?
They'll easily say the color of the sun.
No, color of a sun. Can you see the color of a sun? Your eyes will bleed then. Chalo. Now,
Red.
why is it red? Because it has hemoglobin. Now, why is it colorless? Because it lacks hemoglobin. as simple as that.
And is it hemoglobin or is it hemoglobin?
Hemoglobin.
No, like it is spelling.
Heme, H-A-E-M. Heme.
Is there like in a different accent and
No, it is being pronounced as hemoglobin. Heme is a protein. Okay. Now, we'll quickly go through the slide. Whatever I explained is written here. Just a little bit of addition that I'll explain you gradually. The organ system of a body that is responsible for transportation of material throughout the body are called circulatory system. Okay, so the work of circulatory system is to transport everything across every part of your body. So it connects, if you see, in short, I can say a circulatory system actually connects all the organs of your body. So a heart and a liver is connected through blood. The brain and the kidney is connected through blood. Okay, so they are also known as connective fluid. Blood also is known as a connective fluid. Clear? So circulatory system is a system that will transport everything across each and every organ. Now, what does it transport? It can transport gases, excreta, hormones, salts, whatever is required. It can transport everything and anything. Okay. Now, as I've already discussed, what are the parts of circulatory system? It consists of heart, arteries, veins, and we have talked about other things as well. It consists of capillaries. What else? Blood and lymph. Correct? Clear? Now, this explains about the human circulatory system. Okay. Now, you can see here they explain about double circulation. I don't know whether the word is there or not, or I will be teaching it to you now. Just a second. It is not there, but I will teach you now. I will try to show you animation if it is possible. Give me a minute.
okay, show video instead.
Yeah. I'm going to do that only. Just a second now. We do not know whether it's share sound. Yes.
Containing blood flowing to the heart, while arteries have blood flowing from the heart. The blue is representative of blood vessels containing deoxygenated blood, while the red blood vessels have oxygenated blood fresh from the lungs. Now, let's follow the path of the blood through the heart. The superior vena cava receives blood from the head, neck, upper limbs, and chest. Meanwhile, the inferior vena cava receives blood from the trunk, viscera, and lower limbs. Both the superior and inferior vena cava end up in the right atrium, one of the 4 chambers of the heart. The heart not only has 4 chambers, it also has 4 valves. The purpose of the valves is to keep blood moving in the right direction and not flow backwards. Blood exits the right atrium through the tricuspid valve, so called because it has 3 flaps, and enters the right ventricle. The blood exits the right ventricle through the pulmonary valve and enters the pulmonary artery. Again, it is an artery because blood is flowing away from the heart, but it is blue because it lacks oxygen. The pulmonary artery then splits into the left and right pulmonary arteries, which go to each respective lung. In the lungs, gas exchange occurs. The blood discards carbon dioxide and picks up oxygen. Now, blood comes back from the lungs through the pulmonary veins, entering the left atrium. Next, the blood is pumped into the left ventricle through the mitral or bicuspid valve. Finally, the oxygenated blood leaves the left ventricle through the aortic semilunar valve, entering the aortic arch. The aorta, which is the largest of all the arteries, distributes the oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. The aortic arch has 3 major branches, which supply the head and arms with blood. Then the aorta curls downward behind the heart, forming the descending aorta, which descends through the chest and continues down through the abdomen. In the abdomen, the descending aorta splits to supply the pelvis and legs with blood.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe.
What anatomy song?
Okay, now moving on to the mid part here. There is no blue blood inside you. Okay, what they were represent. Okay, that is what I'm coming on to. Please allow me to explain, Zamrez. The blue blood that it was showing was not blue in color. It was representing a deoxygenated blood that was devoid of oxygen, that has low concentration of oxygen and more concentration of carbon dioxide.
Wait, so then so octopus have blue blood, right? So then if
that is due to
so
copper.
yeah, so there's a circulatory system of like a
Come back to
diagram of the
reality,
circulatory system.
Zamrez.
Oh, listen, ma'am. This the octopus circulatory system diagram. So deoxygenated blood will be red, will be represented as red, and the oxygenated blood, the octopus will be represented as blue, and is blue. So it's like opposite for us humans and
Done?
and
Can we start
yes.
now? Let's get back to reality. So blood
Yes.
enters the heart through.
Through
What did you understand?
Yeah, enters the heart through veins.
What is the name of the vein? Vena cava.
Vena cava.
Now this blood is going to be dirty blood, or it has low oxygen level. So
Yeah,
deoxygenated blood. Okay, blue blood. From here it will go to the ventricle. From ventricle it will leave to lungs for purification, right?
Yes.
If it leave the lungs through which pipeline?
Through the pulmonary artery.
Artery. Very good. And from the lungs, in lungs, what happens? It gets purified. Because lungs is the aquaguard of your body, right? So from the lungs, it will enter back the heart through which pipeline?
Through the pulmonary vein.
Pulmonary vein. From pulmonary vein to here, from here to all parts of the body through
Aorta.
That now in this no, I have a question. Please, let me finish my question first. Now you can see that in this circulation, how many times do the blood crosses heart?
2 times.
That is why it is called
double circulatory system. But nobody actually calls that.
Who told you that?
Actually, nobody actually calls that.
Who told you
everybody
that?
just simply says circulatory system. I haven't heard of anybody call it the double circulatory system. Only time they told her, they used to tell that it's called the double circulatory system because
any organism that has 4-chambered heart has this circulatory system. Any organism, not only 4-chambered, 3-chambered heart. Any organism that has 4-chambered and 3-chambered heart will have double circulation. Who has 3-chambered heart, Zamrez?
Wait, what about octopuses? Don't they have 3 hearts?
They don't have 3 hearts. They have 3-chambered hearts. What are the 3 chambers?
Oh.
2 atria and 1 ventricle. Who has 3-chambered heart? Give me one example.
Octopus.
Octopus has 3-chambered heart.
Also, also there was like this rare genetic case
You're
where a person
obsessed with
actually was.
octopus.
No, ma'am, there was this rare genetic case where a person actually was born with two hearts.
My question is, which organism without any genetic deformity has three-chambered heart? Amphibians. Amphibians
Frogs.
and reptiles.
Frog.
Okay,
Crocodile.
reptiles also have it. Nah, crocodile. Crocodile is an exception.
Well, okay, of course, the first example I gave is an exception.
Crocodile has four-chambered heart. Okay, remember this. Crocodile is a reptile. That is the only reptile that has four-chambered heart. Rest everyone has three-chambered heart. Snakes have three-chambered heart. Lizards have three-chambered heart. But frogs have three-chambered heart. But
what about alligators?
They have four-chambered heart.
Also, why are alligators and crocodiles like different animals? Just because of the shape of their mouth, why are they just called different?
Genetically also they are different. We will not talk about it. Zamrez, please, we will not dilute, no? Or else our topic will not get over. Okay? Chalo, I'll rub off everything. Wait. Now, moving on. What is plasma?
Plasma is the liquid component of plasma.
That I can also read. Fortunately,
I won't cover, ma'am. So plasma is this liquid. Okay, so liquid is, so it's kind of a liquid component of the blood, and then and this is where like most blood cells are suspended.
blood has two parts. Now my turn. Blood has two parts. One is called plasma, another is called formed elements. Okay. Now formed elements are further off. What are the formed elements? RBC. Have you heard of these words?
Yes, from WBC and then platelets.
That's it. Don't discover more. What about plasma? Plasma is the fluid in which these formed elements are suspended.
Suspended meaning?
Suspended as in they will not dissolve. If you put chalk powder in a water and you dissolve it, what will happen? The chalk dust will not dissolve completely, right? It will just float. Correct. This is the same thing. So these formed elements like RBC, WBC, platelets, they are dissolved or they are suspended over this fluid, which is called plasma. Okay. Now, what is the composition of plasma? Plasma is made up of 90 to 92% of water. The main component of plasma is water. Apart from water, what else is there? Salts. What else? Gases. Proteins. Then hormones. They have so many things. Clear?
Yes, no. Yes.
Moving on. Now we'll be talking about RBC, WBC, and platelets. Okay. What are RBC? I'll give you one more. I'll spill out one more fact.
Blood cells carries blood.
What is the scientific name of RBC? Do you know?
Red blood cells.
Erythrocyte. They're called leukocytes. Platelets are called
thrombocytes.
No, note it down.
Do I have to know the scientific meaning?
Scientific name you have to know for the Olympiads.
It's the spell. My scientific names just like have complicated spellings.
Disadvantage of taking science.
This is because they're originating from other languages. Something.
Okay, now we'll start.
I'm not done yet. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, moving on. How do they look? RBC's shape is biconcave. What do you mean by
Why is it written,
biconcave?
sir? Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, it's a peanut.
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you
but
draw
then a
this?
bit more wider.
But I want to discuss about RBC today because RBC is a very peculiar and interesting kind of a pigment. You know why? Can you tell me whether RBC is a living cell or a dead cell?
It's a li- it's a living cell.
But does
Sort
it
of
have a,
virus. They literally aren't all cells except viruses living.
you know what is the problem? They are living cell, you are right. But do they have nucleus? Do they have nucleus?
They are a nucleus. Actually, no, they don't. Some cells don't have nucleuses, man.
They are the only living cell that is devoid of nucleus. That is why it is very peculiar. Living cell.
Bacteria are also cells.
Just a
and
second,
they
just
also
a
don't
second,
have.
just a second. Let me write this. Without nucleus. Can you please write it down? This is very important. Now, when they were baby, so when they were formed, at that time they have nucleus. But the moment they start maturing, their nucleus is lost. Okay?
Oh.
At maturity. So at maturity, when they mature, their nucleus is lost, but still they are considered living. That's a peculiarity about RBC. You know, why do they lose their nucleus?
Because they don't have any responsibility.
No, they have a very big responsibility, Zamrez.
They're not responsible.
They're responsible to transport oxygen.
Also, why do they like
But why
there
do
must
you
be
why
I have
do
a
you
question
think
on
yeah, please tell me.
why do like blood cells actually transport oxygen?
Because they have
Because
hemoglobin. Hemoglobin attracts oxygen.
they just move around.
Hemoglobin have a central cell called Fe, iron. And iron's favorite element is oxygen and carbon dioxide. So it has very high affinity for oxygen. That is why
No wonder
hemoglobin.
why it rusts.
Sorry.
No wonder why it rusts a lot.
Tell me one thing, Zamrez. When iron rust, what is its color?
Brown, red,
Reddish brown?
orange. No, brownish red.
Brownish red? What is the color?
Orange.
What is the color of
Orange
our
is
blood?
red.
Isn't it dark red?
A dark red.
Similar to rust of iron? Rusting of iron?
And they're more like oranges.
But don't you think the colors are a little bit similar? Think more about it. We will discuss Zamrez,
Then
this part you will investigate. Okay? This is your homework of investigation. Why do
I
you
have
think
exam on Monday,
after Monday?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, continuous exam.
Next week. That is what I'm asking you, just to think. I'm not asking you to do any project or something. I'm just asking you to think sometime. Next, please, next. Now, my next question is, when they have a big responsibility of transporting oxygen, why do you think they get rid of nucleus?
Because it's useless
How come it is
at the
useless?
moment.
Why? But it is a for any cell to live, it does need a nucleus. How can you say that nucleus is useless? No answer. Come on, Zamrez, you don't have an answer. Because if there is a nucleus, that will occupy space. Their work is to transport maximum 4 molecules of oxygen. If they have a nucleus, then they will not be able to accommodate 4 molecules of oxygen. That is why.
Wait. Let me do the math. How many blood cells in a human body?
And please, you do your maths later. Let me complete. Zamrez, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now moving on to white blood cell. White blood cell have a irregular shape. They do not have any color because they do not have hemoglobin. Okay, so they are colorless because they do not contain any respiratory pigment or hemoglobin. Their main work is to fight the diseases of your body. Okay.
So technically, right now in our body, there's like 120 trillion oxygen molecules.
Oh, okay. Listen,
And then,
WBC, WBC, WBC.
and then there
They are
are
called the soldiers of
240
your
trillion
body.
oxygen
Why are
atoms.
they called the soldiers of your body? Because they fight against the diseases. Okay. Now
So
moving
why
on to
is the
blood platelet.
Amazon forest called the lungs of the earth?
Can we complete this this slide, please? Then I'll take up all your questions.
Ah,
I'll take 5 minutes
okay.
extra. Don't worry for your questions. Blood platelets. Quickly allow me to
Small.
complete. They are small, irregular shaped. They are also colorless because they also lack hemoglobin,
When
and
I
they
think
are
of
responsible
platelets,
for blood clotting. Okay, they are responsible for blood clotting. They do not
do
allow
they
you
make
to.
the scabs?
Cabs?
Scabs. Do they make the scabs?
What is cab? Cab is a
The
cab
scab is
outside.
that. The scab is the thing which we all like to peel out once after the blood is
Okay,
clotted.
yes, cab, yes, that one. So what is the function of a blood? It is a transporting medium. It has WBC, so it helps to fight the diseases also. It carries water to all the parts. It carries oxygen, carbon dioxide. It carries waste. It protects the body from diseases and it regulates temperature. Okay. Blood vessels. They are of 2 types, arteries. They're actually of 3 types: arteries, veins, capillaries. What is the basic difference between them? Arteries will carry the blood. Mostly, the blood carried by arteries are oxygenated or deoxygenated.
Oxygenated.
Oxygenated, with the exception of, the exception here
Veins.
is, pulmonary artery.
Mhm.
Okay, next second. Wait a second. What does vein do? They carry the deoxygenated blood, with the exception of
Pulmonary vein.
pulmonary vein. What are capillaries? Connects.
The connects veins and arteries
Very
together.
good.
Yeah.
Arteries and veins. Done. Now, arteries, they do not have valve or they have valve.